In today's info session, we will talk about what the WeScale program entails and how it can support your journey in scaling your business and making it investor ready. As well, we'll also talk about how you can get involved within the program network as a network partner, whether in the capacity of an investor, a mentor, or a partner organization. So what is WeScale? It's a 12-week virtual program created to get companies ready to growth. And this will be followed by WeScale Plus, which is another 4-week, a high-touch, intensive 4-week program with a live summit that aims to distill the lessons learned through WeScale and attract investors. And the program network is made up of women entrepreneurs, mentors, investors, government, and other key players in the innovation ecosystem that will help women entrepreneurs build a long-lasting, reliable network of contacts for them. The partners have invested in 100+ companies across the region. Each partner brings expertise and knowledge of the program and a network of investors, partners, and mentors to provide you with the skills and support you need as a women entrepreneur to scale up. To date, the partners have delivered over 150 programs to 1,500 entrepreneurs and deployed over $170 million US dollars in capital. We have a track record of gender-lens investing and running programs for female entrepreneurs as well. In terms of our approach, why are we doing this? A total of 47 in-depth interviews conducted by Sardi in Bangladesh, India, Nepal, and Sri Lanka revealed a lack of mentorship and support for women entrepreneurs in tech. And interviews mentioned a strong support system that fades away and leaves businesses lacking mentorship for growth over time and further investment opportunities. In addition, businesses lack the support required to navigate the myriad of digital policies that affect their business operations. As such, the answer was that what we realized across regional accelerator, we start with 100 women entrepreneurs and work with the top 100 to help raise, and work with the top 20 to help raise investment. In terms of our approach, so there are 3 layers to it. Number 1, we connect women entrepreneurs to a regional network of over 150 women entrepreneurs, mentors, partners, and investors. As the second layer, we equipped 100 women entrepreneurs with the skills, connections, and network to scale up, expand to new markets, and be investor ready. And as the third layer, which comes in with WeScale Plus, we support 20 women entrepreneurs to raise investment and expand. What you will get from the program. We will have master classes and live Q&A sessions that you will be able to access live and on demand with experts, with different sector experts from various topic areas, covering business startup fundamentals. Secondly, we'll also provide toolkits and resources. There will be a learning management system where you'll be able to access all the master classes as well as various templates on fundraising, investment, investment drafts, investment paperwork, grant opportunities, pitching, storytelling templates, all in one place. We will also provide direct access to mentors, access to founder and mentor network across 5 countries. We'll also have networking and events. We'll get access to a network of funder and investors, potential clients, fellow entrepreneurs, and mentors during hybrid networking sessions. So who can apply? If you're a women-led company that is either tech-focused or tech-enabled, that's number 1. Number 2, companies that are preparing to fundraise and raising investment. You are, perhaps you've been bootstrapped so far, and right now, down the line, you're open to raising funds. Thirdly, companies with a product, any type of product in market that is currently used by customers. So it needs to be already in the market. You need to have the minimum viable product already and at least some user traction to show that there is some signs of product market fit. Fourthly, companies that are starting to think about growing regionally and internationally. So this is where the cross-regional element of the Accelerator program comes in really useful. And in terms of the program curriculum, each week will feature a workshop, a masterclass, or a clinic. There will be networking sessions with fellow entrepreneurs and investors and mentors, followed by tools, modules, and videos to work through at your own pace. In terms of the time commitment that you might expect yourself as you get involved in the program, that would be roughly around 2 to 3 hours per week. And this would be very well, whatever materials you learn or take away from the sessions, from the master classes, will be very well embedded into your business operations and will have real life applications. And we will focus on core business areas, including storytelling and pitching, how to go about fundraising, financing and raising angel investments, venture capital financing, scaling operations, product and growth, government policy and cybersecurity, marketing and branding, market expansions, and deep dive expertise. So it's a pretty comprehensive curriculum that we have here. And with regards to, as I mentioned earlier we also have the WeScale Plus program, which starts in May 2023, right after the WeScale program ends. With the WeScale Plus program, you will get one-on-one coaching from an experienced entrepreneur in residence. We'll also have in-person symposiums with funders, investors, mentors, fellow founders, and program managers. There will also be pitching and fundraising clinics to help you get investor ready. So the WeScale Plus program will be very hands-on, all the more hands-on with the fundraising element. And we recommend that you join WeScale, which is starting on 21st of November. This is the 12-week virtual program to help you prepare for WeScale Plus. And companies that are part of WeScale will be fast-tracked into the WeScale Plus program, which is slated to start in May 2023. Applications for WeScale is open till 8th of November, 2022. And in terms of the program timeline, every week, during the first week, we will focus on localization workshops for each region for Bangladesh, Nepal, Sri Lanka, and India to get our participants acquainted with the local nuances of the program. And we'll also have, and this will be cybersecurity and digital safety workshops. We'll have one of these every week. Followed by on week 3, we'll be focusing on creating your brand, and there will also be a regional virtual mentor night. On week 4, we'll cover storytelling, as well as there will be an in-person local mentor night. During week 5 and week 7, there's a break, so no program. During week 8, we'll focus on product market fit. Week 9 will focus on pricing and regional. We'll also have a regional virtual networking. During week 11 and week 12, we will focus on metrics, and there will be also an in-person local investor night. And during week 12, we'll focus on expanding to new markets and a live AMA with our entrepreneurs in residence. During week 13, we'll focus on establishing partnerships, as well as introduction to WeScale Plus. And there will also be a regional virtual networking. Week 14 will focus on incorporating SDGs and an in-person local networking night. Week 15 will focus on navigating policy, and finally the program wrap-up for WeScale. So that's the program timeline for WeScale, as well as how we'll start WeScale Plus starting in May 2023. And please note that the applications are due on the 8th of November. However, we do have a soft extension for our entrepreneurs. The soft extension is till 11th of November. You can also join the program as a network partner. And this is open to investors, mentors, as well as partner organizations. So for the investor part, if you're an angel investor, a VC firm, or an institutional investor with a focus on general lens investing, or you're simply looking to get to engage more actively with women entrepreneurs as a source of deal flow. For mentors, sector experts, domain experts who want to help support women entrepreneurs take their ventures to the next level. And for partnerships, partner organizations, governments, not-for-profit organizations, development organizations, policymakers looking to engage in the innovation ecosystem. And yeah, that in terms of the for the network partner, the applications are open as of now. I will share the link on the chat for investors, mentors, and partner organizations who'd like to join the network as a network partner. I'd like to invite Nirja Rahman, CEO of Bangladesh Angels, to now take over and go over the part for role of partners in the program.
Yeah, sure. Thank you so much, Ariana, and thanks to everyone for joining in the room. See a lot of familiar faces from Bangladesh, but also around the region. So it's good to have you here. I think, before we even kind of deep dive into the partners, I want to make a couple of points, right, that Ariana kind of already introduced. So one, you have a consortium of some of the most active early stage investors in the region already here, right, that are leading this project. And as mentioned earlier, 100+ companies, almost 1,500 companies supported, almost $170 million worth of capital deployed to date. So there's a lot of firepower in the room. And I think the particular objective of this program is to then work within our respective ecosystems, respective pipelines to carve out a space for really focusing on women entrepreneurs, women-led companies, to be able to help them grow, help them get fundraising, and really kind of utilize our skill sets and expertise to kind of do that. So really excited. We have every intention of making this the premier women-focused accelerator in the region. I think as far as, and I think Tinapa could speak more, but as far as we know, it's one of the few already. So we're very excited that you'd be potentially joining us. So thank you so much. First, I'd love to go to the program lead, Accelerating Asia. I think you guys are quite well known, for example, within Bangladesh, but would love to learn more about what you guys are doing, your role in the project, and particularly, I guess, from the perspective of both program management, but also curriculum development. Rohan, I'll give the floor to you.
Great. Thanks so much, Nirja, and thanks, Ariana, for running through. First of all, before we start, I just want to welcome you all and thank you so much for taking the time out to join this session. I know amongst the partners, we're really excited about being able to connect into women entrepreneurs from South Asia. So before I go into Accelerating Asia a little bit and the program, I just want to do some housekeeping and reminders. So if you can, please rename your display name in your Zoom so we can see what company you're from as well. And if you have any questions, please drop them into the chat, because we want to also make sure we get time to answer your questions at the end of the session as well. And if there's anything in particular you're looking to learn from the partners so we can adjust as we go, please also put that into the chat too, and we'll definitely try to get to it. So to Nirja's point, a little bit about myself and Accelerating Asia, in case you don't already know who we are. So my name is Rohana, I head up partnerships and marketing. If you've joined an Accelerating Asia event or webinar, you've probably heard my spiel already, as I can see some familiar faces as well in there. So at Accelerating Asia, we work across South Asia and Southeast Asia to support entrepreneurs to build their companies. And those entrepreneurs are mainly impact focused, addressing sustainable development goals in tech enabled or leading tech companies. So far, we've worked with over 1,000 entrepreneurs in different programs, and we've invested in 60 portfolio companies. We are Singapore-based, but we do have a team that is distributed, and we do work with a lot of partners, especially those who you see in the room. So our role within the WeScale and WeScale Plus program is really, it's a regional role. So we really lead the initial program curriculum at both stages, working with the partners to deliver localized solutions as well. So a lot of the curriculum that Ariana talked through has been developed by us through our experience across working with different women entrepreneurs. So we focus and run masterclasses throughout the session. So that's with our entrepreneurs in residence and our mentors in residence, who are specialists in raising funds, scaling companies, building a data privacy and solutions, making sure that you guys have everything that you need in order to really build a women-led entrepreneur and company. We've worked so far with a range of different female founded companies. We have 40% within our portfolio who are female founded, and a number of them have raised capital and investment from really big funds, private investors and grants as well. So organizations like UNICEF, Cocoon Capital, the Indonesian Women's Empowerment Fund, they've all injected capital and invested into our women-led entrepreneurs. So we're really excited to be here as the program lead. I'm actually think that it's really good to be able to share the other partners in the room. So I'm going to hand that to Nijol because you guys will hear more from me during the Q&A. So just remember to put any questions you have for us in the chat and we'll get to that in a bit.
Excellent. Thank you, Rahana. I'll now go to Gunika. Gunika from India Accelerator. Gunika, I know India Accelerator has been very active in the Indian ecosystem, particularly in the last few years. If you could kind of, for the rest of us in the region, if you could kind of explain what your role is in that ecosystem and your role in the consortium as well.
Happy to share that, Nijol. First of all, happy afternoon to everyone present over here. It's really great to see so many entrepreneurs who have joined the call. It's really great to spend my Sunday afternoon. I'm happy to be over here. We're one of the leading accelerating entities in India. We recently got awarded as the best accelerator by National Startup India Awards as well. We're the only ones who are backed by Global Accelerator Network in India, and that affiliation allows us to connect with a lot of different global partners and access their networks to benefit the startups who would want to start their journeys in India, their scaling journeys in India, and also participate across borders as well. We've so far worked with around 150 plus startups as part of our portfolio. We've been running this accelerator program for about 5.5, 6 years. We have kept it absolutely agnostic, and we have been looking at women entrepreneurship as specific verticals in the last 2 years. We ran a program called I Aspire with a lot of other government and ancillary agencies such as Startup India, Invest India. A lot of them focus on technology related funds, especially in different sectors such as D2C, e-commerce, health tech, F tech, and that given to say that India has been taken up by one of the greatest agencies, Global Accelerator Network, but also in terms of the market boom that we're able to see, especially with women entrepreneurs' participation in these particular sectors, it's going massive. That's one of the reasons why we wanted to enter into this space, especially entrepreneurs, given the current status of fundraising and the kind of attitude and the acumen that we have from the VC space. It is really a massive, massive project and a mission to actually get the scope of the market expanded to everybody, especially to our South Asia region partners who are present over here and across borders as well. So as an accelerator, we do a lot of hands-on support, like Accelerating Asia themselves. Our entity is structured in a way where we provide a lot of mentorship support, a lot of advisory support that spans not just for seed stage startups, but when it comes to raising follow-on funds or any specific nuance support that a startup might require, especially women entrepreneurs tapping into specific networks which are promoting women entrepreneurship. That's something that we help our portfolio startups to do, and that's going to be one of our major contributions as part of taking care of the Indian market. And what we want to focus on as part of India's market is to provide connection with different corporate partners and government agencies and policy stakeholders. There are around 150 to 160 different schemes and projects which are running currently in India to support women entrepreneurs, not just based in India, but also looking to expand their businesses, their connections in India as well. So I would highly encourage everyone present over here who might be from India, who have founders situated and registered from India, but also who are coming from across different countries, different regions, to look at India as an active market to grow. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Gunika. Moving around the region, now let's go to Nepal. I see a lot of Nepali participants here as well. Santana, welcome from Safal Partners. If you could also explain your role in that ecosystem, as well as the opportunities for Nepali entrepreneurs.
Yeah, thanks, Nijol, and thank you everyone for joining today's session. Safal has been working with women entrepreneurs in different capacity already in terms of training, consulting, and we've also raised a private, angel investment fund from private individual investors and deployed it for the promising startups and small businesses already. So we've been doing work related to raising capital for growth-oriented companies, women-led enterprises in the past. This opportunity of DAI Sardis project, this has been a good opportunity for us to bring our bits and pieces work together and go ahead in a structured way. Safal, I would like to give a little more information about what we do. We provide the GSMN, and I'm going to describe it in a while. GSMN services to the invested and investment-seeking companies, where G stands for governance, S stands for system building, M for mentoring, and N for networks. And with this project, the WeScale program and the WeScale Plus program, with this consortia, we at Safal, we're looking forward to giving a very hands-on, hands-on approach with the entrepreneurs, with the women-led enterprises, as we provide them with, the coaching, mentoring, and the support services for them to become investment ready, or for them to scale up, help them develop systems, give them the governance structure that would be required. And I think one of the USPs of this program is the network and the mentor part. And in the past, we've had conversations. Safal has led conversation on Gender Lens Investing Fund for Nepal, and in that course, we've met a lot of passionate, committed female investors and mentors, and we hope to onboard them for this project. I'll end there. Thank you, Nirjar.
Thanks, Santana. Thank you so much for joining. And then I'll finish with the last but not least, Roshan Ali from the Lankan Angels Network. Roshan Ali, if you can give us a bit of a background on LAN, also the role that you guys play as part of this.
Of course. First of all, thank you for arranging this event, and also good afternoon to everyone. I'm Roshan Ali from Lankan Angel Network. I'm the head of operations at LAN and for the project lead for WeScale. So at LAN, what we mainly do is funding angel investments for startups, and currently we have invested 700 million in local startups, and also we are backed by 100 investors. So we are mainly trying to address the gender gap in Sri Lanka in businesses, and also giving more opportunities for women in Sri Lanka. So this is a great program to help women in Sri Lanka, women entrepreneurs in Sri Lanka, to find mentors and get coaching and find right investment opportunities. So we are very excited about the program, and also the WeScale and WeScale Plus, and to help women in Sri Lanka to not only expand business in locally but internationally. Currently, Sri Lanka is facing an economic downturn, and of course, your contribution for the economy is much higher at the moment. So we are trying to address all these gender gaps and economic situations in Sri Lanka, and trying to help you to find right investors and right network to scale up your business. That's it. Yeah, thank you for the opportunity.
Thank you so much, Roshan Ali, and fully echo the point about kind of working together, particularly as the current crisis happens. And I'd love to so as you guys know, this program is supported by SARDI, the South Asia Regional Digitization Initiative of USAID, which is implemented by DAI. Representing DAI today is Ms. Tina Jabin, who, for those in the Bangladesh ecosystem, she needs no introduction. But Tina, thank you so much for joining. And maybe if you could talk a little bit through the history and vision behind SARDI, and also what are the objectives and outcomes for USAID in a program like this.
Thank you, Nidhar. First of all, a huge congratulations to the whole consortium for getting this started finally, right? And now we have this info session hosted by BAN Bangladesh, and I'm sure we will see more in Sri Lanka, India, Nepal. And a huge congratulations to Accelerating Asia for being the lead implementation partners. Just a very quick background on the history and vision of South Asia Regional Digital Initiative. This is an initiative funded by USAID, and it's managed by DAI. DAI is a very pretty old institution, started in the mid-70s, and the mission was to really identify successful sustainable development approaches in the emerging economies and scale the impact globally. And now, with digitization, it's basically working on, how to use digital tools to implement, and address the goals that they started with, several decades ago. So for this specific initiative, the broader initiative is to increase the capacity and commitment of the private sector and civil society actors in the South Asia. So that is, right now, this is the accelerators. We have Accelerating Asia, we have BAN, Shuffle, and the Indian Angels Network, Sri Lankan Angels Network, and whatnot. So the idea is to increase their engagement, enable them, so that at the end of the day, we can build up the digital skills of small and medium enterprises, the SMEs, the women entrepreneurs, strengthening their awareness, and also the growth of digital economy in the respective countries, because that is the name of the game now. Moving very quickly to the specific program that we are planning to launch here, which is, the WeScale program, which is getting launched by Accelerating Asia with the regional partners. So the idea is to create a path to a sustained network for women entrepreneurs in South Asia. So, it needs to be, this program doesn't end with the end of this program. So what we want to do is to have a network of women entrepreneurs, the very successful women leaders, so that, an entrepreneur in Bangladesh can lean on an entrepreneur, very successful entrepreneur in India or Nepal, and learn from their, path. So what we do is we hope to see a secured finance for women entrepreneurs, SMEs and startups, increased digital skills, sustained partnerships and engagement across borders, awareness in the impact investment space for more gender-friendly, gender-inclusive practices, lending practices, investment practices. Effective engagement with the digital policy environment is very necessary. So in certain cases, we would like to see, contribute to the creation of the digital policy framework, where, the women entrepreneurs are going to be, their challenges are going to be addressed. And we hope that this activity will help change the status quo in addressing the gender digital divide in the tech sector. Our goal is to offer a robust, vibrant, and sustainable network for women entrepreneurs in digital and digitally enabled businesses in the South Asia region. So, at the end, what I would like to part with is that, this is a fantastic program. It is a great opportunity for our women entrepreneurs, SMEs, startup founders, even who are working with empowering women entrepreneurs. This is a great opportunity to be part of this program. So I would say that people who are joining here today, and I also see some, some entrepreneurs from Nepal. Fantastic, congratulations, thank you for joining. Take this opportunity and be an advocate in your ecosystem, in your countries, because this is actually one of the very strong, power-packed consortium. So I do, wish success and best of luck, and look forward to working with you all. Thank you so much. Thank you, Nirjar.
Thank you so much, Tina.